everybody, welcome to Caketastic Cakes. It's Jen and I'm going to show you how to make a person out of gumpaste. A friend of mine's daughter had just finished college and she wanted to have a figure on top of her cake for her special recital because she was in music. So I have this person I'm going to make. I'm going to make her in a dress, and the dress is kind of complicated, which is why I'm going to show you at the end that I paint it, but for now I'm just going to show you the basics and how you could kind of make your own person here. Alright, she is, like I said, going to be in a dress. The bottom of the dress is pink. I made that cone shape that you saw that I ran the stick through, and I rolled out some thin gum paste of the same color pink, and I'm just going to wrap the entire thing because you can see the other one, it kind of has some cracks and stuff, and you didn't want to see that, so I'm just covering it all up, making it a little smoother. Trim off the extra. I'm using a ball tool to smooth the seam together. I just kind of rub, and it pretty much goes away. And if you rub more than I did, it will go away. I'm just not very patient when it comes to these things a lot of times. But anyway, okay, so that's her dress from the waist down. The top of the dress is black, like a little bustier kind of thing. So I took some black, I tapered it in at the where her hips would be, flared it out at the top because she has a chest on her, and I'm just kind of separated the front and making it come out a little. The back I'm going to leave pretty flat, and when I'm going to put the lollipop stick through that, I'm going to position it almost as if it were her spine, you know, a little bit more centered, but you want it more toward the back of the dress or outfit or whatever. This is going to be her shoulder line and her neck. It looks like a mushroom if you turn it upside down and just flatten it on top of your countertop. And I try to do the neck and shoulders in one piece because you don't want that seam there. It just doesn't look as good. So I smoothed it out, I shaped it out, I put it on and off a couple times that I didn't show you to get the size right. And when it looked good, stuck it on there, give her a little press for cleavage, and call it a neck and chest. Okay, now I'm going to make her arm. The arm I rolled out long and thin, and then you saw I kind of tapered a little bit to make a wrist, and then flatten where the hand is going to be. And then I'm using my X-Acto knife. I'm going to separate out a thumb. This is going to be her right arm, and then I'm going to very carefully make 3 little slices to create 4 fingers, and shape them so that, you know, you got the pinky that's not the same length as everything else. Trim it off if you need to. And I'm going to have her standing with her hands kind of on her hips in more of a power position. So that's why I have the wrist bent and the elbow bent. And now when you attach limbs to things, guys, make sure you bend them where the arms and knees and wrists will be. Don't leave them curved like spaghetti or like, I don't know, Adventure Time is what I always think of with these people with these noodly arms like they don't have bones in them. That just flex and curve like the letter S. People don't do that. So have them bend in the right places and have the lines nice and sharp. This is going to be just more of her dress, the style of the dress that she's wearing. It has a couple straps that cross her shoulders and then go across the chest and down to the waistline. So that's just what I'm doing here, wrapping it around, trimming it down. And it also helps hide the seam for the shoulder. So yeah, there you go. You don't have to worry about that. And if you are making your own person, you know, it's pretty basic. You just got to worry more about the clothes than anything else. You know, if you're going to have some hands showing, of course, and maybe some legs, but those are pretty basic and not very hard to do wrong. You know, you just make them long and taper them down at the end where the wrist or the foot will be, and you'll be pretty good. I'm adding a little waistline because she had kind of like a belt thing going around the bottom of her dress. So that's what that is there. And yeah, it's pretty cute, right? Not too shabby. And if you have to do something with pants, when I do figures that have legs that are showing instead of like hidden in a dress, to interrupt myself, I'm just putting some eye sockets in here with that tool. You're going to use a lollipop stick in each leg and then trim them kind of at the waist, and then have another lollipop stick that goes into the pants in the center and comes up. So you have like a spine and 2 leg bones. I know there's more bones, but you get the idea, right? I hope. I hope. I added a little ball of gum paste for her nose, and these are going to be her eyes. I'm doing the ears. Excuse me, I said eyes. Ears. These are ears. I'm going to do the ears before I start adding the hair because the way her hair was styled in the picture I was sent, it's going to be hidden. So I rolled out a ball, as you saw, flattened it to one side so it kind of makes a letter C. Trim off the one end so it's nice and flat, and then attach it. And there you go. Now when you attach the ears, don't put them too high up on the head. The top of the ear should be pretty much in line or near in line with the eye. Maybe a little bit more, but you know, you think about it when you wear glasses, it goes straight from your eye to the top of your ear. So just keep that in mind if you're going for realistic. I filled the eye sockets with white as you saw. Now I'm doing a little dot of blue for her blue eyes. And I'm keeping the eyes smaller too. I'm not going anime style here. I'm trying to do a little bit more realistic. And people aren't really my jam, but I do try, so I get partial credit. Her hair is going to be kind of curly, so I rolled out yellow nice and long and thin because she is pretty darn blonde. And then I'm just twisting up to make coils, as you see. Her hairstyle is going to be a lot of those, so I didn't want to show you every single twist and curl I made, but you get the gist here. She's going to have curly bangs and then a curly mop on the back, but the center is kind of just twisted over, so I just made 2 pieces long, put those lines in them to show kind of a twist feel. And then I started adding curls, like there's starting with the bangs right there. And I'm just going to keep filling it in. And the hair is another thing that you should pay a little bit more attention to. Like what I'm doing right here, she had kind of a thick bunch of curls on the back of her head, even though she looks, you know, Little House on the Prairie-ish right now. It'll change. So I'm just using that little pad of yellow that I stuck on there to fill it in so that when I put the coils on top of it, it'll stick out more and I won't just have a big pile of curls that aren't as stable, honestly. Like these guys kept falling off. I had to keep pushing them back on and smooshing them down a little bit to make them stay. But I just kept building and building. And like I was saying before, when you get to your person that you're making, the hair, try to pay a little bit more attention to, give it a little bit more of the details, as that will help separate it out and make it more individual. And you can see already there's a lot of curls on there. I filled her all in. I'm adding a little bit of eye makeup to her because she likes her makeup. And it's black, rolled out really thin and skinny. And I just traced the curve that I had made of the eye socket from earlier with the black. Just curve around and a little tip up in the corner, kind of a cat eye type of thing. And you've got her eyes. And to add her mouth, she likes her red lipstick. So I have a color here. I rolled it in the palm of my hand so it's skinny on each end and left a little bit fat to make it look more like, you know, quintessential women's lipstick lips. I have it cocked to the side a little bit just because she's, you know, going places in the world. She's confident, she's poised, she's moving on. And I wanted to kind of show that. Now the dress I am painting in black. I'm not going to show you too much of this here. This is just more of before. The picture that they sent me, her dress is black, but the bottom part fades into pink and it has like these pink flowers that are throughout it, but it's mostly heavy pink flowers at the bottom of the dress. So that's what I'm trying to represent here with my little paintbrush and my black food coloring. I just traced out some flowers, some really chintzy flowers with my paintbrush, and I just started filling it in, and I left it more gradual at the bottom, more pink at the bottom and heavy black at the top. I'm using my edible food coloring marker for the pupils in her eyes. Let her dry, and you have a really cute little figure to go on your cake for your graduation, your wedding, whatever you got going on, you could do it. So, hopefully you found this video kind of helpful. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe because that would make me happy. And as always, thank you for watching Caketastic Cakes.